Rapunzel by Grandpa for Katie and Jackson. Long ago there was a witch who lived deep in the forest. She had no children of her own, but she had always wanted a daughter. One night she kidnapped a beautiful baby girl and named her Rapunzel. The witch was so afraid of losing Rapunzel that she kept her locked in a tall tower without doors or stairs. Rapunzel grew into a beautiful princess with long, lovely hair. She spent most of her days looking out from her tower and singing to the birds. Every morning the witch came to visit Rapunzel's tower. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," she would shout. As soon as Rapunzel heard the witch's voice, she would let down her hair. The witch would climb up to the top of the tower. One day a handsome prince was riding through the forest when he heard Rapunzel singing. "That voice," he thought, "where is it coming from?" When he reached the tower, he saw how hard it would be for him to climb up. Just then the witch appeared for her daily visit. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," she cried. As usual, Rapunzel let down her hair, and the witch climbed quickly up. "Aha!" thought the prince. "Now I know exactly what I must do." The next day the prince returned and was careful to call out the same words he had heard. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," he cried. Within moments a long braid of hair came tumbling down. He took hold of the braid and quickly climbed up. When the prince reached the top, neither he nor Rapunzel could believe their eyes. Rapunzel was the most beautiful woman the prince had ever seen. As for Rapunzel, she had never seen a man before, let alone a handsome prince. Before long, the two were laughing and talking, and the hours slipped quickly by. "Won't you come away with me?" the prince asked as the sun began to set. "I would," Rapunzel replied, "but I have no way to come down from this tower. My hair is no use to me." Together they hatched a plan for how she would escape. Every night the prince returned to Rapunzel's tower with a small piece of silk. With enough silk pieces, Rapunzel could weave a ladder and let herself down. After several days, the witch arrived for her usual visit. When she finally reached the top, Rapunzel sighed with relief. "Oh my," she cried, "you're so much heavier than the prince." The witch was furious that she had been tricked. "How could you?" she screamed. She grabbed Rapunzel and quickly cut off her hair. The witch took Rapunzel deep into the forest and left her blindfolded there. When she was sure that Rapunzel could never find her way home, the witch hurried back to the tower to wait for the prince. When the prince arrived, he called out as usual, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Without showing her face, the witch slowly lowered Rapunzel's long braid of hair. The prince took hold of it and began climbing up. When he was halfway to the top, the witch suddenly showed her face. "Ha! I've tricked you now," she cried. "Rapunzel shall never be yours." With that, she let go of the hair, and the prince went tumbling down. He landed with a painful thump and fell into a deep sleep. For many days, Rapunzel wandered the forest without any idea of how to get back. Instead of falling into despair, Rapunzel began to sing. Singing reminded her of the prince and all their time together. Without knowing it, Rapunzel wandered right past the place where the prince was sleeping. Hearing her voice, the prince woke from his slumber. "Rapunzel," he called, "is that you?" he opened his eyes and saw her moving towards the trees. "Rapunzel!" he cried. The prince jumped to his feet and rushed to untie her. The two were together at last. The end. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.